What happens when you make videos daily? Okay, right, it's not as bad as that, but all will be explained in a minute. Let's get going. Okay, so just in case you missed the memo, over the past month we've been doing daily videos where I've been making a batch of these marking knives, and we also did daily live streams. We did one weekly live stream, we did an all-nighter, and by the way, there's going to be outtakes of this whole thing at the end of this video, so make sure to stick around for that. And the outcomes of this were both positive and negative. Starting with the positives, we got a ton of these marking knives made. This isn't the entire batch, but it's a fair big dent in it, and they're looking awesome, and I've just got to start chipping away at the rest of them over the next couple of weeks to ensure that we get enough of them out to you guys. So that was very successful. And secondly, we've been able to do a ton of testing on live stream equipment. I know nothing about this, so Rob, take it away.
Right then, here's what it is. So essentially we've got a Mac running Ecamm and a Stream Deck. Then we've got an Atom and a ton of cameras, plus a few microphones plugged into those cameras.
Plus a wireless HDMI system just over there.
Then a big screen system because it looks so cool. You got to check it's live on a PC, which is running Streamlabs for the donations through these speakers over here. And that is how you run a live stream. Got it, Matt?
What? And other positives that have come from this have been we've got a format that we can replicate if we ever decide to visit this in the future, and we have built an awesome community of people, mainly thanks to the text-to-speech function we found in our live streams. That's a dart player.
Is that Elijah Wood?
And from a selfish perspective, we got a ton of donations from you guys, whether it was in the form of money, Belvita, beers. Warren decided to donate us a wireless HDMI transmitter so we can do wireless live streams. There were so many things that got donated to us, and so thank you to everyone who did so. But I think what we're all waiting to hear is how many subscribers we gained doing these daily videos. You ready for it? Six subscribers! Yep, you heard that right. 6 subscribers was our net gain after 14 days of daily videos and lots of sweating out over getting videos completed, which brings us on to the negatives. So yeah, I guess you could say that the return on investment is not good compared to the effort involved in making those videos and getting them out on time every single night. And by the way, all these negatives are statistical negatives. Like short term, this is absolutely brilliant. Donations were flying in, relations were formed, like the engagement was through the roof. We had a whale of a time. It's the long term negatives that we're going to be focusing on here. So yeah, channel growth is the main thing that daily videos affect, because you'll focus so much on the quantity, i.e. getting enough out in order to make a video at the end of the day, that you can't put enough effort into the quality of the video itself. And this is something that's apparent in previous series I filmed. For example, this workbench, this was done with weekly updates on the project as opposed to daily. Thus, a ton of progress was made in each video, but you guys were still able to see updates throughout. So it was a really good format because it also allowed me to spend a lot of time on the project rather than worrying about presenting and talking about every single step I was doing. Another example is this shooting board. This was a 3-day project, but condensed into one video. I even managed to include a little bit of milling on the old shooting plane in it. And of course, you've got the standalone videos such as tutorials where you cut dovetail joints and set up and sharpening planes and all that. But what's interesting about this daily video experiment is that the daily videos themselves were not the sole reason for the decline of the channel. In fact, doing them and looking into the analytics uncovered a larger problem that we would not have realized without doing the experiment. Now, just for context here, I never look at the analytics of my channel. It's just some data that gets collected and I look at it because it looks nice and pretty every now and then. I never take data from it. I never know what to do with the data. It just exists. However, these daily videos, we actually took time to look into it, and what we discovered was that over the past year, with the videos that we've posted, we have not gained a lot of subscribers as a result of those videos. In fact, it is only the old videos that I filmed 2 or 3 years ago that are still generating the subscriber base that we're building today, which explains why channel growth has not been growing exponentially. In fact, it has just been growing at a steady incline since the start. It's amazing what you can find when you actually look at things properly. And so the question is, What's going to change? And so we've long been frustrated at the theme of the channel, especially for new viewers' perspectives as well. You know, do they come here to learn? Do they come here to watch projects being made? Do they come here to just watch me making a fool of myself? Like, there's no consistent theme throughout. Why should they stick around? And for example, if you look at any other successful channel on YouTube, like I've got some examples here. Mark Rober, for example, all projects, there is no tutorials on how to do any programming or anything like that. It is just, here's what I want to do, here's me making it, here's the outcome. You've got Simone Gietz, who makes, you know, the robots and everything like that. Amazing channel. And then you've got Shane at Stuff Made Here, who is doing the most incredible things at the moment. He's a new channel that I'm absolutely loving, and there is no tutorials in it. It is just projects, and they're amazing. Oh, and also I just remembered another one. There's a channel called Ordinary Sausage where he literally just makes sausages out of everything. No tutorials on how to make sausage. He just puts stuff in a sausage mashing machine and blends it up and sees if it's edible at the end. Great channel. And then if you start looking at people in our niche, I suppose, you got Jonathan Katz-Moses. He does a mixture of projects and tutorials, but his projects are not long-winded series. It is pretty much done in 2 or 3 succinct videos at most, if not 1. You've then got people like Paul Jackman. Brilliant channel, no tutorials whatsoever, just awesome projects. You've got Ben from Wobi Design, who I think is going to absolutely skyrocket in the next few months and definitely in the next few years. I love his theme. He is basically doing everything out of recycled skateboards, all projects, all compiled into one video, and it's awesome. And then of course you've got the king of it all, Colin Furze. You know, when was the last time you saw him do a welding lesson on YouTube? Nope. You just saw him swinging upside down in his back garden. It's those standalone videos that seem to be standing out on YouTube at the moment. And as I said earlier, I've already kind of done this. The workbench, I did an overview video on that. That's the most popular one. The shooting board, that was a really popular video. I literally did a video on slicing up a log on the bandsaw, which is still stacked down here. I still haven't used it. It got a ton of views. The only anomaly in all this, which coincidentally is someone who you draw parallels to this channel quite often, is Alex Steele. But even if you look at his videos, the standalone videos such as making an engagement ring or seeing if he can forge a meteorite, those are the most popular ones. It's not necessarily the big long series. And that brings up the question, how is Alec able to run a channel that has 2 million subscribers yet still run it 90% on series when we can't seem to do the same? Well, he's got that core fan base of 300 to 400,000 viewers per video. We have that core fan base of about 10 to 15,000, give or take. And so because he's able to lock in those higher numbers, that's enough to run a channel on. Also, he's got an entire distribution channel to try and run on the side. And like, yeah, thinking up these big hard-hitting videos is probably not where his mind's gonna be. I'm making assumptions here, but that's just sort of the gist I'm getting. But with us, we don't really have this problem. We've got quite a lot of time to think up ideas for videos. You know, we've got our day jobs and stuff that we have to kind of work around in order to keep this afloat. But you know, we've got quite a lot of time to work out what we want to do in these videos. The only thing that seems to inhibit us is trying to get enough video or trying to present enough in a day to create a video at the end of it. That is the stuff that's slowing us down. That's the thing that's stopping us from making as much progress as we want to be making in one video. And so although the high output of the channel is fine for those of you in the core audience and you guys will watch it regardless, unfortunately for the short attention span of new viewers, that's where the problem lies, and that's why we haven't done a lot of growth in the past year, because we've been focusing all our efforts on increasing the relationships in that core audience, which we have loved. You guys have seen the result of that. It's been brilliant. We just want to grow that to a bigger pool and then get to know them a little bit better. Now, the concept of changing the channel might seem a bit like deja vu to a lot of you, because it seemed like only 2 months ago we were talking about these revolutionary changes we were making to the channel, which is true, but that was more focused on the storytelling in the video as opposed to the format itself. For example, the Garden Workshop series was about challenging myself to, can I set up a workshop in the garden and give a return to the community in it? The picnic bench was about getting more sunlight and enjoying summer because we're locked in this dark workshop most of the time. And the Daily Me videos were about building community, building relationships between you guys and us and you guys and you guys. And so that was something that we weren't focusing on in previous videos, but is now something we're trying to actually build into the video and build a story around it. But again, the changes we made back then, what we failed to realize was still just building that core audience. They were not growing the overall audience, which is the goal that we're trying to achieve now. And so this is what's going to change with the channel. And so the things that are staying on this channel, firstly, projects, but they are not going to be long, expansive series like the picnic bench and things like that. Instead, they're going to be short, succinct series or even individual videos. For example, the shooting board, one video. The Rubo workbench, that was spread out over 7 videos, I think. Whereas if we were to try and film that nowadays, that would probably be a 30-part series. Not a lot of progress would be made in each video, and we would probably end up losing viewers throughout. So it's much better to make it shorter with more progress made in each video. And so that's going to be the change with projects on this channel. Secondly, tool duels will be back. They will be posted on this channel as usual, and we've got a lot planned, so you can look forward to them. In addition to that, reviews will also be posted on this channel. Turning Tuesday, we'll also be making a comeback. I've got more and more things planned. I'm going to be doing it in seasons rather than try and do it forever, because, you know, it's hard to come up with ideas. I'd much rather do it in a batch of 10 videos for Turning Tuesday and then leave it for season 3 after that. Monthly updates such as this will be staying on the channel, but they will be removed after 2 days. That tends to be when views stop, and you know, there's no point having it on the channel at that point, and it just kind of makes things a little bit messy. And so we're going to get them up, keep you guys updated on what we're doing, but then remove it afterwards because there's no real need for it to be there. And now I can feel a lot of you quaking in your boots because I haven't mentioned tutorials yet. In fact, I've been slating them quite a lot throughout this entire video. Don't worry. Tutorials will not be going anywhere. Well, they will be going somewhere, but they will not be disappearing completely. All tutorials will now be moving across to the new channel that I'm currently building, which is the free online woodworking school YouTube channel. And so on this channel, we'll have the individual tutorials, such as how to cut joints, how to set up tools and things like that. And then in addition to that, that's where we'll have the expansive series on things like the dovetail box, the cabinet, you know, the long 30-part series. And so people can go there specifically to learn rather than watch me do reviews on things or fool about trying to make projects that I don't really know how to make. I'm just sort of winging it. So if you'd rather watch that, you can come here. And if you'd rather learn something, you can go to the free online school. It just keeps things a little tidier that way and is more suitable for everyone. And so in addition to the projects and tutorials on the free online woodworking school YouTube channel, there will also be series like the student series where Rob makes the projects that I'm making in the main series, I suppose. So that will be the dovetail box, the cabinet, and then soon to come the toolbox and the table. In addition to that, what I'd also like to do is get external tutors in, teaching things that they're good at, such as wood turning or lutherie or something like that. Preferably these external tutors would also have smaller followings so they could use it as a platform to promote what they do. And so rest assured, with the tutorials and the teachings and all that, they will not be lost. They are just going to be going elsewhere. And so that brings us on to the things like the live streams. Where are they going to go? Well, throughout August, we've been doing a daily live stream where you guys can basically just clock in and see what we're doing at any point throughout the day. Those live streams with text to speech, so you can put me off throughout the day, joy. Those will be on the second channel, and so if you want to go and watch those, make sure to subscribe to the second channel. Our normal Friday live streams, which go at 6 p.m. UK time, those will be on the main channel because those live streams still demonstrate things like Q&As, demonstrations and challenges, so it makes sense to keep those on the main channel. Now the trouble with woodworking projects is they take a long time, and if we're planning to do, you know, one-part videos on a massive project, then that's going to be a problem because there's not going to be a project appear on the channel for like 2 months, maybe even 3 months. And so to fill out that dead space, we're going to be going hard on Instagram and documenting our progress on there, whether it's via stories or photos or whatever, and having it in a much more raw format for you guys to follow. This is beneficial because I'm pretty terrible at Instagram. I never really know what to post on there because at the end of the day, whatever I post is going to appear on a video later that night anyway. And so I always think, well, why bother? Whereas if there was not going to be a video posted that night, and in fact it was going to be in 2 months' time, then I've got to be damn sure I'm going to document that progress, and so Instagram is going to have a much bigger use in my workflow now. And so the only thing we haven't touched on so far is Patreon. Patreon, the place where you guys donate us money out of the goodness of your heart. There's next to no incentive on there whatsoever. You guys just do it because you like what we do. And we want to finally give you a reward for this. So what we're planning with this is giving you guys update videos that are somewhere between the raw format of Instagram, but not quite the polished format of YouTube. Just a way for you guys to keep up to date with what we're doing. And in addition to that, we also want to open a Discord server for you guys so you can clock in, chat to us live, wherever and whenever it may may be. And so as you can probably imagine, Rob and I have got our work cut out over the next few weeks implementing these big changes for the channel. And so to cover that downtime for the channel, the rest of the cabinet series that I started filming at the beginning of the year, before quarantine even hit, will be released to this channel, but bear in mind that that is not going to be the norm from now on. We're just doing it to cover this downtime. In the future, projects like that will be posted directly to the free online woodworking school YouTube channel and also website. In fact, after this series is posted and the views have kind of flatlined, we'll be unlisting it and moving it across to that second channel. And also, while these videos are being posted, it will give me time to get the rest of these marking knives finished. And remember, if you want to know more about these knives and when they'll be available, you can sign up for email updates at the website knifeupdates.matteslea.com. That will get updates sent directly to your email inbox when these will be live. Patrons, those of you who have got priority access, if you're donating $10 or above per month, you will get an announcement about these this weekend, so make sure to keep an eye out for it. I want to thank you all for your support over the past few years, and look forward to the changes we've got coming, because we have got an awesome plan going ahead now and some awesome ideas to go ahead with it. So, as always, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do not forget to press the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and subscribe to the free online woodworking school when it's available, because I haven't done it yet. See you then.
You thought this video was finished. You got to the outro, but there's still bloopers to come. Stay tuned.
And then finally, all I've got to do is these brass ones. This is actually the biggest batch because went on. And I've got this little, getting focus, you bumhole. And I've got this cutting speed chart here that I created on Google Drive on their Microsoft. And I've got this cutting speed chart here. Oh my Lord. Right, so the bronze ones are all done as it gets into focus. Damn it. Okay, so the bronze ones. I know, I can't get into focus. Come on!
I'm not doing the grin.
Go on.
No.
Yes, give me a grin.
Nope.
Yep,
I'm not grinning.
it's gonna happen.
No, we're not getting the cheesy grin for this intro.
Yes, we are.
No.
Grin for me.
Oh wait, add. Oh, farted. Hello. Oh, it's making my eyes water. Right. Okay. Oh man, I'm gonna have to move. Where the is the focus point there? But I have no doubt this may last this batch and possibly any subsequent. Yeah. As always, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do not forget to press the like button. No! Subscribe if you haven't already. Damn it! I think we're gonna make this next jig out of rubbish. Was it episode 7? 7 up there at the moment, and so we're going to have a 6-inch hole saw. Sorry, not a 6-inch hole saw. And we're going to be having a sit. And secondly, God damn it! Oh no! Matt. Look, they've all timed it now, haven't they?
Don't fluff your lines, Matt.
I just did.
Boss Rock's the real.
Stop ruining my outros! For God's sake! Your progress throughout the day. I found my. Oh.
Moist.
Right. Okay. We'll try it again. Oh, I can't remember how I started it. In fact, they no. Probably around 300 to 4,000 viewers. Tutors who can do wood turning properly, luthiery, leatherworking, I don't really know, just random things off the top of my head, but basically, wait, it's a woodworking school, why the f do you have leatherworking on there? Should get a pretty good yield from it. There. Need to learn to breathe. And so, let's get slicing. No, actually, try that again, that looks better. So I just sliced up the Brazilian kingwood that I purchased from Timberline, and upon doing so, no, bloody focus. But to save you the boredom of watching me slice through more priced, I don't know. But to save you the mental torture of watching me slice through yet more wood, we're going to end the episode there, because I also need to get the footage to Rob in so he can. Why can't I say that? Sod Rob. I'm going to skip that bit out.